Hello and welcome to bdsgrowth.com. In this module, we will be covering the Autopilot tab in the left sidebar. So, the Autopilot has many moving pieces and we'll go through them individually. As you can see in the above section over here, you have Autopilot control. This basically, if you toggle this on, what it will do is it will generate whether you have videos chosen or articles and or social medias, it'll generate it, but it will not automatically schedule and deploy it. Over here is your dashboard. It keeps track of what has been generated, if it basically covered your requests, and so on and so forth. This is your brand profile. You can edit it from here if you wanted to. Here, again, we discussed this before. If you have the option, you could enrich with live internet, again, which means that the platform will scrape Google and X and Twitter to see if there's been any new news releases about your brand and or company to inject it into the content generation. So this section is auto approve. Now, if you click this, you enable this, first and foremost, you'll get this pop up that you have to basically consent to. Okay. So let's say you don't engage it, you can click cancel, it toggles off automatically. Now, even if you have this above toggle to the on position, which basically means, hey, generate my media, but put it into the draft folder without scheduling it. That's what you're basically saying. Okay, so now here, this is your batch generate section. Over here, for example, this is the video section. You have to engage it because even if you have this on and you do not engage, it will not generate. So you would have to engage this. Over here, you could choose how many to generate, up to 5. Here, you can put the specific topic if you'd like. We don't recommend that on Autopilot. Let the AI software do its magic. Over here, you could put in custom prompts. This, you choose the video options, basically, the duration, voice, subtitle. Now over here, if you have the avatar, you can click it into, you can click your voice clone here as well. And if you have avatar over here, you have an option to choose the avatars. We don't recommend running an avatar on autopilot. Here you choose the platforms that you want it to deploy to. This is if you have the autopilot chosen up here. The auto approve. Basically, this exactly what it says, auto approve. And if you choose the platforms that you want the video to be deployed to, now here's the frequency, right? You could do it 1 times per week, meaning you can choose the days you want it to deploy, but you can choose 1 time per week. You can choose 2 times per week, 3 times per week, 5 times per week, which is pretty much daily. You could actually choose 2 times daily. We don't recommend 2 times daily because quite frankly, you have to be tentative and careful about hitting the social media platforms with too much publishings because they could red flag you, and that is that's up to you. Make sure that you do all the due diligence. You definitely don't want to bombard your social media platforms with content nonstop. Our recommendation is usually maybe you figure about you do 3 times per week, and this is the time that you set to deploy it, what time you want to deploy it. Same thing with articles. If this is not engaged, it will not generate. And you choose how many, you choose the length of the article. Now, this generate button, you can actually the use for this generate button is if you could click 2 here and you hit generate, it'll generate it right now for you. Basically, it'll just generate the article for you right now and put it into your draft. So the same thing with any of the media options. Same thing here with social media posts, right? You always want to choose where it's going to deploy, and make sure you choose the correct platforms. Make sure the platform accepts articles. Like for example, you don't want to put a video on Blogger. I don't think you even have the choice of Blogger on video here. So anything over here, the choices you have, you can actually deploy them to those media sites. Okay, so Autopilot. That pretty much covers everything in Autopilot. Again, if you have any questions, ask the chatbot, and or if chatbot cannot answer, please feel free to email us at support@bdsgrowth.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you again for being a subscriber at bdsgrowth.com, and have a great day, afternoon, and or evening. Thank you.